How seeing the world through the eyes of a child can make you feel good. This is Yoshi's Crafted World. The main story in Yoshi's Crafted World is not the stupid happy enemy eating egg pooping green dinosaur, but the game world. The entire game world is made out of cardboard, paper and cloth. Yes, the game world is just a backdrop. And from time to time we even get to see it from the back. Stitches, tape and all. It never feels like you're exploring a real game world, but like you're having an adventure inside the fantasies of a child. This strange design gives the game a peculiar feeling of its own. The only game I can compare it to, except the previous Yoshi games, is the Little Big Planet games. But the game world in Yoshi's Crafted World has a much more abstract feeling than even the worlds of those games. It's much closer to the feeling you get from playing an abstract puzzle game than from a usual platform adventure. In Yoshi's Crafted World you're traveling a limitless fantasy world. The little kid has cut and pasted out of bitten pieces with her parents on the kitchen table. In addition to the water levels, the jungle levels and all the other usual suspects, there are also interesting, less usual courses like a samurai castle and space levels. The main focus in Yoshi's Crafted World, in addition to clearing the stages of course, is collecting smiley flowers. They kind of work like the power moons in Super Mario Odyssey. Most of them are hidden or are available as rewards for doing missions, and you need a certain amount of them to unlock new parts of the map. However, the number of flowers needed to open new paths are so low that you're never any worry that you might not be able to continue your journey. Yoshi's Crafted World is a very simple game if you just want to run right through it. But it's a tough challenge indeed if you want to find all the hidden secrets. This is a game obsessed with replayability, even on your first playthrough. In addition to playing all the courses forwards and backwards and finding all smiley flowers, you can gain additional smiley flowers on each course by collecting at least 100 golden coins, all 20 health hearts, or all the 20 hidden red coins, or by completing special missions. If you're looking for a platformer with lots and lots of reasons to play the same course over and over again, you have a winner here. It took me 15 hours to finish the game, but if you aim for 100%, you may have to double or even triple that time. Yoshi's Crafted World is just as easy or as hard as you make it. Wait, did I say backwards? Yes, all courses in the game can also be played backwards after you have completed them. Then you get to see the backdrops from the back as you try to find the 3 puppies that are hidden on each course. Just throw an egg at them and they'll join you to the end of the course. The dance of happiness that Yoshi and the dogs perform when you reach the finish line is worth all the commitment you have put into the game. A real platformer also needs to have bonus levels of course, something that offers even more variation. So in addition to the regular levels, the backward levels where you look for the dogs and the boss levels, there are a few even stranger courses in the game. I will not spoil them, just mention that in one of them you get to play as a giant mecha Yoshi. So you understand what level of unadulterated fan service we're talking about here. A common problem with platformers is that they can be very frustrating and punish the smallest mistake with brute force. In Yoshi's Crafted World you always get several tries and the controls are very forgiving. If you keep on pressing the jump button when you jump, Yoshi starts threading water in the air, which may take you to the next platform even if it seems like you couldn't reach it. Sure, if you never find that last hidden smiley flower in a course, you may get quite irritated. And it's a bit irritating too that you have to replay an entire course if you fail on a timed challenge at the end of the stage. But there's no real frustration in this game. The weakest link in the game is by far the music. It's simply terrible. It sounds like an imbecile rambling nonsense through music. It's simply an insult to the player. Fortunately, it's easily forgotten, so it won't come back and haunt you in your dreams. There are costumes to collect which gives you more protection on the courses, but collecting them are kind of pointless. Since you don't actually lose a costume when it gets destroyed, you end up only ever using the 5-star ones, making all the weaker costumes completely useless. The story in the game is also quite bad. I mean, no one expected anything but a real simple story, but the story in Super Mario Odyssey was also very simple, but it was so much more energizing and inspiring than this effort. You don't expect to shed tears from a Yoshi game, but the story is in desperate need of some of that seamlessly endless pool of imagination that the gameplay and the game world got all their exciting stuff from. And since the main point of the game is that it takes place inside the imaginative mind of a small child, this story totally breaks that illusion. The story in Yoshi's Crafted World never feels like something a child will come up with on the fly. It feels like something a game developer not used to telling stories would produce. At least the ending is really cool, much better than that terrible ending in Super Mario Odyssey. But the cutscenes in this game are few and far between. Mostly just playing, and as long as you're playing you're having a good time. The developer's name is Goodfeel for a reason, because, drumroll, Feel Good Games is their specialty. Nintendo's games are usually good-hearted and warm, but Yoshi's Crafted World goes out of its way to give you a journey as pleasant and good-spirited as possible, without going as far as drowning everything in sugar and syrup. While not being as good as something like Super Mario Odyssey, Yoshi's Crafted World is a great choice if you want an easygoing, colorful platformer for the Nintendo Switch. The good, relaxing gameplay, unique game world, high replayability value, lots of secrets, memorable ending. The bad, terrible music. The story doesn't fit the spirit of the game. When all is said and done, I give Yoshi's Crafted World 7 out of 10. The writer and the composer needs to be fired over this, but everyone else deserves a raise, because this was one lovely, entertaining, relaxing romp that made me, drum roll, feel good. What's most important is that the game feels unique. I can't really compare the strange feeling in this game to the feeling in any other game I've ever played, and that, more than anything, makes this a game worth experiencing. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next review.